And we move on to the final round, match 7 of this Snarl Women's Championship Tournament. And it's going to be Ann Casey, the LA Panther girl, and Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote.
Danielle Heathcote with just the single one title, the Joyce Grable Memorial Championship, the one that is nearest and dearest to the heart of Danielle Heathcote.
And look at this. Ann Casey looks like she's going to come out and greet Liberty Bell just a little bit early. Oh, man. This ain't good. Ann Casey deciding on a sneak attack on the Liberty Bell. Wow, probably banking on her being too tired to go. Oh, man, we're getting further and further away from the ring. We haven't even started the match yet. The ref hasn't even rung the damn bell.
No, indeed, he most certainly has not. And Ann Casey paying the price for this sneak attack on Danielle Heathcote. Ann Casey countering. They lock up, collar and elbow. Ann Casey finally getting Danielle Heathcote closer and closer to the ring. Swing and a miss from Danielle, the referee, finally getting these people back in the ring. We can finally get this final match started.
Well, here we go. He's got her by the leg. Here we go with the ankle lock. Ann Casey with no place to go. Oh, Danielle dragging her away from the ropes. And she is tapping. That is it. We have a new Snarl Women's Champion, and it is Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote. Get the hell out of here.
The winner, and your inaugural Snarl Women's Champion, Liberty Bell, Danielle Heathcote.
Well, how about this text? Danielle Heathcote making history as a two-time women's Triple Crown champion and the first ever women's Grand Slam champion, Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote.
And as it turns out, the actions of Ann Casey at that tournament lead to this match, the Joyce Grable Memorial Championship on the line as Liberty Bell Danielle defends the belt against Ann Casey in an act of retaliation for that attack.
The next contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit, and it is for the Joyce Grable Memorial Championship.
Okay, when you look at this situation fairly, and Casey is the one who stepped out of line, attacking Danielle before the bell. I don't know or care what her motivations were. It was great or wrong for Casey to do that, especially during a tournament match, knowing good and well the official would have restarted the match, possibly with Danielle at a sizable disadvantage. I say if Danielle gets a little something extra and on Casey, she brought it on herself.
Wow, Wally, don't hold back nothing, do you? Oh, man. But I suppose you're right. The attack was unwarranted, and I guess any actions that Danielle might take are completely justified.
And here she is. Our WL has its first ever women's Grand Slam champion. And there she is, just 24 hours after defending the Women's Tag Team Championships with Patty Powers against the Jumping Bomb Angels.
Ain't she something?
And here she is defending the Joyce Grable from Ann Casey. I don't know that I could juggle 3 championships at the same time. It's gotta be nerve-wracking. Even if you're someone like Warlord Santos, this kind of constant demand to maintain at 100 has to be grueling on the body and mind.
It's not an old man's game anymore, Johnny. That's why I'm shining a seat with my ass these days. But Danielle's doing just fine. Her and Patty Powers are doing just great. But the pressure's really on tonight because that Joyce Grable title, that's the one that means the most to Danielle. And she certainly don't want it falling into Ann Casey's hands.
And man, this crowd in Raleigh is significantly behind Liberty Bell in this situation, and Ann Casey has damn sure not done herself any favors by attacking Danielle in the way that she did.
No, she's got what we call go-away heat these days. Yeah, it's got to be a rare thing for Ann Casey to be on the receiving end of so many boos from the crowd. Well, this is about as real as it gets for Danielle Heathcote. That Joyce Grable Memorial title, that's the one that means the most to her. Tom Canamora turns it over to Ann Casey for her inspection. And this one is just about to get underway. A heated rivalry between these two, and Ann Casey has demonstrated she is not shy about bending the rules. Here we go. The bell sounds. Danielle charges, and a spear takes Ann Casey down. She rounds her up. Nice judo toss, followed up with an arm breaker. Danielle moves in on Ann Casey again. Rounds her up. Winds up the arm. Follows it up with a stomp. Oh, man. Ann Casey counters with a kick to the face. Quickly back to her feet. Ann Casey begins raining right hands on Liberty Bell Danielle. Follows it up with a hard slap. Ann Casey going back for more. Definitely upset that she lost the opportunity to be Snarl Women's Champion. Danielle counters with a jawjacker, backs Ann Casey up. They lock up again. Danielle, whoa, winds up with a nasty case of eat boot. Poor Ann Casey. Wow, okay. Ann Casey on the outside. Danielle all the way up on the top rope. She goes there. Boom. Shoulder tackle. Takes Ann Casey down to the floor. Oh, man. Danielle Heathcote really opening fire on Ann Casey. The Joyce Grable title on the line. And she is just going to work on Ann Casey here, motivated by that attack at the end of the tournament. Ann Casey still laid out on the outside. Danielle getting ready to go there a second time. Here she goes. Elbow drop right across the chest of Ann Casey. Wow. Liberty Bell Danielle puts the boots on Ann Casey. The LA Panther girl in serious trouble, slammed into the barricades. Danielle rounds her up, takes her right back down again. Oh man, schoolyard bully pummeling right here. Danielle with a Fujiwara armbar on Ann Casey. Just behind the barricade, you can't see it. Ann Casey counters with a couple of shots, gets back to her feet. They lock up. Danielle, whoa, slams her down by her hair, follows it up with a stomp to the arm. Danielle Heathcote gets countered by Ann Casey, a hard right. Danielle whipped into the barricades this time, hit first into the barricade from Ann Casey. Ann Casey countered by Danielle with a kick to the midsection. Ann Casey whipped into the barricade, escapes the barricade, counters and takes Danielle down to the floor. Referee still counting in spite of all of this. Hard takedown from Ann Casey. Danielle Heathcote in a lot of pain on that one. Ann Casey makes her way back inside. Takes herself all the way up and whoa! 10 feet up and 10 feet down with an elbow drop across the chest of Liberty Bell Danielle. Hard shot spins her around. Danielle counters with an elbow, goes behind on Ann Casey, whips her into the barricade head first. Man. Danielle rounded up Ann Casey, takes herself back inside the ring. Referee still counting Ann Casey. Ann Casey makes her way back inside the ring. Danielle with a kick and a chop and another kick. Takes Ann Casey up into a knee breaker. Oh, wow. Ann Casey back on the receiving end of some punishment here. Danielle with a stomp to the back of Ann Casey's head. Danielle Heathcote winds Ann Casey up. Sets up the arm. Oh, this is going to be nasty. Oh, man. Hard stomp to the wrist. Follows it up with a stomp to the back. Ann Casey on the receiving end of some fierce punishment. The hands of Liberty Bell Danielle. Ann Casey counters with a kick to the midsection. Misses with the chop. Oh, man. Running clothesline takes Ann Casey down. Danielle countered. Ann Casey back to her feet. Locks up. Hard forearm takes Danielle down. Ann Casey gouging the face of Liberty Bell Danielle. Ann Casey takes herself up to the top rope. Danielle hasn't moved. Elbow drop across the back. Danielle still laid out just about center ring. Ann Casey moves in, delivers a kick to the leg. Now torturing that leg Liberty Bell Danielle. Ann Casey tried for that. Dragon Sleeper didn't get it. Goes back for a second time and nails it. Into the Dragon Sleeper, Danielle Heathcote. Gonna have to find her way out. And she does. Hard series of shots. Separates her from Ann Casey. Danielle whips Ann Casey to the ropes. Standing drop kick takes Ann Casey down. Danielle goes for the cover, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Ann Casey grabbing a hold of the rope. Referee says you got to break this one up and start all over again. Well, that is what it is. The rules are the rules. Ann Casey stomped by Danielle Heathcote. Danielle with another series of stomps to the hand of Ann Casey. Liberty Bell Danielle moving in on Ann Casey, trying to get to her feet in the far corner. And Danielle starts torturing her arm against the ropes. Danielle moves in again. Snap mare right out of the corner. Here we go. Drop kick to the back of the head. And Danielle Heathcote stalks Ann Casey into a sleeper. This could be it right here. Ann Casey could be fading fast. Danielle Heathcote. Well, look at this. Jawjacker. Ann Casey counters her way out of the sleeper. Locks up Danielle. Whips her into the far corner. Ann Casey puts her head into the buckle one more time. Has her up. Oh, look at this. Whoa! Tornado DDT out of the corner. And Ann Casey goes for a cover. 1. No, was just a 1. Danielle powered the hell out of that one. Hard kick to the back. Ann Casey starts raining hard left hands across the face of Liberty Bell Danielle. Danielle back to her feet. Ann Casey whips her out onto the apron. Danielle counters, finds her way back inside. Ann Casey right there waiting for her. Danielle counters again, goes behind. Whoa, man, what a clothesline. Spun Ann Casey around like a record. Danielle rounds her up again. Boom, another boot to the face from Liberty Bell Danielle. Now raining punches onto the side of the head of Ann Casey. Okay, here we go. Danielle Heathcote makes her way to the top. Ann Casey ain't moving. Here we go. Elbow drop across the back. Danielle rolls Ann Casey over, goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and that is all. Danielle Heathcote retains the Joyce Grable Memorial title.
The time was 7 minutes and 25 seconds. Your winner and still our WL Joyce Grable Memorial Champion, Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote.
Well, Liberty Bell does it again, retaining the Joyce Grable Memorial title from Ann Casey by pinfall. Surprised it wasn't by submission. That's usually the way it goes, but any way you can get it, I suppose. Came off that top rope, delivered the elbow across the back of Ann Casey, covered her for the 1, 2, 3, and that was all she wrote. More snarl when we return.